Here's a short story based on your prompt. The Lagos sun was a molten coin in the sky, baking the tarmac of Murtala Muhammad International Airport. KWO1, real name Kwame Adebayo, stood trembling just beyond the threshold of runway 18R. The roar of the approaching Airbus A330, drowning out the frantic shouts of security personnel behind the perimeter fence. His heart hammered against his ribs like a talking drum gone wild. It wasn't a stunt. Not really. It was desperation, crystallized into a single terrifying act. His debut album, Dragon's Breath, had dropped 3 weeks ago to crickets. The label was ghosting him. The next big thing in Afrobeats fusion felt like yesterday's news before today even began. The frustration, the feeling of being unseen, unheard, it had boiled over into this mad impulse. Make them see. Make them all see. He'd slipped past a distracted ground crew near the cargo hangars, his bright Ankara print pants and oversized K201 chain glinting incongruously against the industrial gray. He'd run, lungs burning, until he reached the active runway, the designated spot for his defiant, dangerous stand. He pulled out his phone, aiming the camera at himself, the massive jet looming in the background like a steel mountain rushing towards him. "Yo, Lagos, call one in at a place," he screamed into the phone, his voice raw against the escalating scream of the jet engines. The wind whipped his locks around his face. "Dem say we small? Dem say we fade? Watch dis! We not go disappear. We not go." The sheer physical force of the approaching behemoth hit him like a wall. The noise wasn't just sound, it was a physical assault, vibrating his bones, pressing the air from his chest. The colossal landing gear seemed impossibly close, filling his vision. The pilot, seeing the lunatic figure standing directly in his path, far too late for a go-around, slammed the brakes and yanked the thrust reversers with a violence that sent a shriek of tortured rubber and engines echoing across the airfield. The plane shuddered, decelerating with terrifying force, its nose dipping slightly. K-1's bravado evaporated. The phone clattered onto the scorching tarmac. Time slowed. He saw the giant tires, hot and smelling of burnt rubber, skidding terrifyingly close. He saw the horrified face of the co-pilot in the cockpit window, mouth wide in a silent shout. The jet blast nearly knocked him off his feet, a hurricane of heat and noise. He stumbled backward, tripping over his own feet, landing hard on the concrete as the massive aircraft finally ground to a halt, its nose now a mere 20 meters away. The smell of jet fuel and fear was thick and rancid in his mouth. Before the engines had even